I'm Derek Jones. I'm the owner of DJ Wines and the winemaker here at Monk's Home. I've manufactured nearly all my life. I'm dairy farming by trade and cheese making. One of the things that I tried to do over the years is get as much fruit into the drink as possible rather than sugar and high alcohol flavours. So we use good quality fruit, we ferment it using very traditional methods, we use minimum amount of intervention so that we don't use chemicals only at a last resort, and try and keep it to its true natural flavour. And we try and keep it to just English fruit. We ferment nearly all the year so that we can actually get a reasonable volume of production, and everything is done very slowly. Good slow wines. The main thing is the quantity and the quality of fruit that's used, and secondly we have kept the alcohol down a little bit. We're at 11%, so that allows the fruit to come up with the final sugar on the taste. So it actually has a much more natural flavour to it rather than a sweetened flavour. We don't use any enhancers to ensure that we don't destroy that flavour. So it's just the flavour from the fruit that comes through. Grapes have a very distinct flavour. They're much more a power pack of sugars. So they have their own characteristics. Although we're using the same methods, you have a very different type of product. And when it says strawberry on the label, that's the dominant flavour that you'll be getting. Some of that fruit is locally grown, and some of others are sourced a little further afield. Like in the rhubarb season, some of it comes from Yorkshire as well as his own farm. Cherries, we tend to have to go out to Cambridge or Kent to try and get the sour cherry that we use. Even if we bought fresh fruit, we would still freeze it, because when the fruit thaws out, the cells collapse and release the juice. So by then putting the fruit into a draining tank, we can then take the juice off the fruit, leave the crop behind, and then ferment using the juice. To start the fermentation off, we actually use champagne yeast. For two reasons: it's tolerant of acid. If you think of champagnes, they're quite tart. And secondly, the yeast doesn't add any flavour to the wine, whereas some of the other grape yeasts will actually add additional flavours in. We want the clean flavour of the fruit to come through. We use English sugar beet sugar where we can. We want 11% from the wine, so that we can work out how much sugar to add above the additional sugar that the fruit provides. Some of that can be a couple of weeks. To some product like a mead can take us up to about 12 months of fermentation. And then it's filtered before bottling, corked, put on the rack, and then labelled as we then sell the wine. We do a lot of shows in mostly Suffolk, Norfolk, Essex and Cambridge. We sell online. We have quite a following throughout the country, which is picking up. We also then sell to retailers. Our main retailer is the Co-op in Suffolk, and we also then have a couple of farm shops and a couple of restaurants and pubs, the main restaurant being the Westleton Crown. One of the ways in which we encourage customers to come to the winery is that we offer tasting. We actually do a tour around the winery, give you 4 wines, a mead and 4 liqueurs, with a little platter of Suffolk cheese, salami, breads and oil. But with Suffolk there is a wealth of artisan high quality products. Something a little special, a mead made from Suffolk coastal heather honey. Most meads are very sweet, very dark, very thick because of the way in which they're made. This is heather, so it's got a dry tone, and I've done the full wine technique deliberately to make it as a dessert wine with a drier finish than you get on the normal mead, so it will then pair with food, particularly the cheese, good strong cheeses as you have in front of you. Very popular.
Oh, Oh, yeah, you really get honey from that, don't you?
and that way the customers can actually see how the wines are made and understand what is significantly different with our product to many of the other commercial products around. Good health.